Let me describe something that might sound familiar. You're in your French class or watching a French lesson on YouTube or listening to your tutor and you understand everything. The words are clear, the sentences make sense. You feel good. You think, wow, my French is really improving. Then you turn on a movie or a podcast by native speakers or you talk to an actual French person and suddenly you understand nothing. The words blur together. They speak so fast, you catch maybe one word out of 10, you feel so lost, confused, frustrated. And you start to wonder, why can I understand my teacher perfectly, but not real French speakers? Like, what's wrong with me? Bonjour, je suis Sunmoluwa. J'ai appris le français à l'âge adulte et grâce à cette langue, j'ai pu m'installer au Canada. And I experienced this exact frustration for years. I would ace my lessons, I would understand my tutors, but the moment I heard real French, tom tom tom, I was completely lost. Today, I'm going to explain to you exactly why this happens and more importantly, how I fixed it. Because once you understand the gap, you can close it. So why can you understand your teacher but not native speakers? There are three main reasons. When teachers speak to learners, they adjust. They speak slower, they pronounce every word clearly, they use simpler vocabulary, they pause between sentences. Please note, they are not doing this to trick you. They are doing this to help you understand. And it works. You understand them. But that's not how French people actually talk. In real life, French speakers talk fast. They connect words together, they drop sounds, they use slang, they mumble, they interrupt each other. The French you learn in class is clean and perfect. The French in real life is messy and fast. So when you hear real French, your brain panics. It's trying to quickly match what it hears to the clean, slow patterns it learned. But the patterns don't match. In class, you hear one voice, your teacher's voice, maybe 2 or 3 voices if you're lucky. But in the real world, there are thousands of different voices, different accents, different speeds, different pitches, different ways of pronouncing the same words. Someone from Paris sounds different from someone from Marseille. Someone from Quebec sounds different from someone from Senegal. Someone from Belgium sounds different from someone from Switzerland. Your brain has only been trained on a few voices. So when it hears a new voice, it struggles. This is the biggest one. Real French is fast. Native speakers don't really pause between words. Everything just flows together. Let me show you some quick examples. This is what you probably hear in class. Je ne sais pas. But listen to how it sounds.
Je sais pas ce qui m'a pris.
Or you would hear il n'y a pas. Listen to how it sounds.
Mais dans le fond, entre nous, il n'y a pas tellement raison d'être jaloux, votre mari.
Or you could even hear tu as vu. Listen to how it sounds.
Patricia, tu as vu que je vous suivais hier soir?
Do you see that? If your ears have only heard slow, careful French, they can't keep up with fast, natural French. It's like running on a treadmill at speed 10 and then being thrown into a rat race at speed 35. Your legs aren't prepared, and the same thing, your ears aren't prepared as well. Let me tell you about when this really hit me. I had been learning French for a while. I mean, I was doing my lessons, my tutor said my comprehension was good, and I really felt confident. I would say I was about A1 then, or maybe just getting to A2. Yeah. Then I traveled to Cote d'Ivoire for a friend of mine's friend's wedding. So it was her friend's wedding. I thought I was ready. I would understand people. I thought I would have so many conversations. Boy, was I wrong. When people spoke to me, I understood almost nothing. They spoke so fast, like the words blended together. And I mean, I would catch one word and then I would miss the next 5. I honestly felt so embarrassed. I felt, you know that embarrassing feeling when you're trying to act like you know, but you don't? I felt embarrassed. I felt frustrated. And I mean, I was studying so hard in like school. Like, so why couldn't I just understand what they were saying to me? And honestly, that trip taught me something extremely important. The French I had learned in lessons was not the French people actually speak. And if I wanted to understand real French, I needed to train differently. And so when I returned home, I changed my approach. And over the next months and years, my listening improved dramatically. Let me share exactly what I did. Here are 5 things that improved my French listening. Number 1, I started listening to French every single day. That sounds pretty obvious, right? But I wasn't doing that before. I was listening to my teacher. I'm not even sure if I was listening to podcasts back then because were they really like podcasts? But I do know I was trying to listen to some things back then. And it was just mainly slow, clear, probably educational content. But I wasn't listening to real French. Fast French, messy French, like native French. It doesn't matter where they're from, whether Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, native French. And so I changed that. I started listening to native content every day. So like actual videos made for French people, not French learners. YouTube videos by French creators, French radio, French TV shows, French music also. At first, I understood almost nothing. Maybe 5, 10, or even 20%, maybe. It was frustrating, it was discouraging, but I kept going, and slowly, very slowly, my ears started to adjust. After a few weeks, maybe, I don't know how many weeks to be precise, but after a few weeks, I understood probably 30% more. And after a few months, 50%. And much later, 70, 80, 90. Your ears need exposure, massive exposure. There's honestly no shortcut. I listened to the same content multiple times. This was a game changer. Instead of listening to something once and moving on, I would listen to the same episode 3, 4, 5, or 6 times. The first time, I would catch maybe 20 or 30%. The second time, it got better, maybe 40% or 50%. By the third or fourth time, I was catching things I completely missed before. Repetition trains your ears to recognize patterns. You start to hear where words begin and end. You start to anticipate what comes next. I'll pick a 10-minute audio or 10-minute episode and listen to it every day for a week. By the end of the week, I understood almost everything, and those patterns stayed with me. I used content with transcripts. This is super important, especially in the beginning. When you listen to something and don't understand, you don't know what you missed. But if you have a transcript, you can see exactly what was said. I would listen first without the transcript, try to understand as much as possible. Then I would read the transcript and see what I missed. Then I would listen again while reading. Then I would listen one more time without the transcript. I'm sure you're like, Sumo, whoa. But yes, this process trains your brain to connect sounds to words. You see the words you missed, you hear them again, and next time your brain recognizes them. I practice with different accents and speeds. Remember how I said your brain only knows a few voices? You have to change that. I deliberately listen to French from different places. French from France, French from Belgium, French from Quebec, French from Africa. Let me show you quickly what I mean. Take a look at this word and hear how different people say it.
Le troisième étant en quelque sorte le coup de grâce.
Le coup de grâce, c'est quand le chômage s'interrompt.
Pour mettre le coup de grâce, j'ai été intéressé à lire à la fin du rapport.
Le coup de grâce, mon fameux gâteau au chocolat.
C'est le coup de grâce pour les surfox.
Alors suffocante, vous risquez de prendre le coup de grâce.
Je mets le coup de grâce avec une petite pointe de peinture blanche.
Dure depuis 7 mois, quand le coup de grâce est porté par le même journal.
Puis, le coup de grâce tombe du ciel pour les Allemands.
Et René Simon finit son intervention par le coup de grâce.
Did you hear that? Did you see how different people pronounce that word? Back then, I listened to people who spoke fast and people who spoke slower. Men and women, old and young, different pitches, different styles. The more variety you expose your ears to, the more adaptable they become. A good example is if you watch videos with different interviews. So you can check out Le Crayon on YouTube, where people speak naturally with real accents, real pauses, and real expressions. I did active listening, not just passive listening. This is so important. Let me explain the difference. Passive listening is when French is playing in the background, when you cook or drive or clean. I won't say you're not really focused, it's like just noise. Active listening is when you sit down, focus, and try to really understand. You pause when you miss something, you rewind, you write things down. Both of them have value. Passive listening helps with exposure, but active listening is what really improves your comprehension. Let me show you what active listening looks like right now, okay? So let's practice together. I want you to go grab a pen and paper, your notebook, anything. Pause the video if you need to. I'll wait. Are you ready? I'm going to play a short audio clip in French. Your job is to write down exactly what you hear, word for word. This is called dictation. En français, c'est la dictée. This is a book I call La Dictée. It's designed for dictation practice. I'm going to play a short passage from it. What I need you to do is listen carefully, write what you hear. Don't worry if you miss words, that's the point. We're training your ears, okay? Here we go.
Samedi, virgule, Samuel aura 13 ans. Samedi, virgule, Samuel aura 13 ans et ses sœurs ont organisé un anniversaire surprise. Point. Et ses sœurs ont organisé un anniversaire surprise. Point. Elles veulent que tout soit parfait et ont demandé à Grégory, virgule, elles veulent que tout soit parfait et ont demandé à Grégory, virgule, le grand ami de leur frère, virgule, de les aider, point, de leur frère, virgule, de les aider, point.
So virgule means comma and point is full stop, okay? Okay, did you get it? Let me show you the answer. How did you do? Did you catch everything or did you miss some words? If you missed words, don't feel bad. That's normal. That's how you learn. You see what you missed, and next time your brain knows to listen for it. This is active listening. You're not just letting French wash over you. You're engaging. You're working. You're forcing your brain to process every sound. I did this exercise so much back then. It's one of the fastest ways to improve your listening comprehension. Let me share some other resources that really helped me. For podcasts, and I'm talking about podcasts made for actual French people, not just French learners, here are some I recommend. Transfert. This is incredible. Real people sharing intimate personal stories. So it's like, the French version of This American Life. The stories are compelling and you hear natural, emotional French. The next one, Affaires Sensibles. If you like true crime and mystery, then this is definitely for you. They cover legal cases, unsolved crimes, political thrillers, really fascinating stories in real French. The next one, Choses à savoir. These are short episodes, about 2 to 3 minutes each, on random interesting topics. We have science, history, general knowledge. Perfect if you do not have much time, okay? For YouTube, you can also check out Easy French. I've mentioned them before. They're really good. Just street interviews with real people. You get to hear natural, everyday French with subtitles so you can follow along. If you're looking for news, France 24 is really great. Real journalists speaking at native speed. For documentaries, I would always talk about Arte. It's incredible content on every topic you can think of, like philosophy, science, history. It's really, really good. And of course, honestly, this podcast, I talk about it so much. Miroir. It's a podcast I really listen to every morning. It's fast-paced and real. I've linked all of these in the description box below for you. So if you understand your teacher but not real French speakers, here's what you need to do. Number 1, please listen to real native French every day, not just learner content, real content. Number 2, listen to the same things multiple times. Repetition builds recognition. Number 3, use transcripts. See what you missed. Connect sounds to words. Number 4, expose yourself to different accents and voices. It helps to build adaptability. And number 5, practice active listening, just like we did. Focus, pause, rewind, do dictation exercises. Please note it takes time, weeks, months, maybe even years. But if you do this consistently, your ears will transform. I went from understanding almost nothing in Côte d'Ivoire and now living in Canada, following conversations, watching French TV, and teaching hundreds of students. If I can do it, you can do it too. Now, if you would love a clear roadmap for your entire French journey, not just listening, but all 4 skills, I have linked my French fluency guide in the description box below. So many people have gotten it and they've given so much feedback, as you can see. It's the exact roadmap I wish I had when I started. So please drop a comment and tell me, what's your biggest struggle with listening? Is it fast speech? Is it accents? Is it something else? I would really love to know. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel. And please share with anyone else who might be struggling and subscribe if this helped you. I post new videos every week to help you on your French journey. So I see you in the next video. Bonne journée.